everyone! Welcome to my channel. This is Angie. Today I'm going to do a reaction video about, who are the passport bros. That's the title from a YouTube channel called Walk Wars. I'm going to put the description below, and so you can check them out because I'm sure they have a lot of interesting things to offer so that we can learn something. So, anyways, disclaimer, I'm going to comment, I'm going to react on this video, but please, if I am being harsh to what I am saying, forgive me. I'm not here to judge anybody. We all have choices, we all make mistakes, but I just want to see what is happening in this world. So without further ado, let's start the reaction. Enjoy!
If a guy picks me up in certain cars for a date, I'm just not going.
But why? Are you trying to date the car or him?
I'm sorry, but you can't tell me if someone pulls up in this. Hold on, put it on the screen. Hold on. This Prius. No, I'd rather not go on a date.
Why not? What is wrong with Prius? It's a good car, it's a reliable car. But why not? I don't understand. If you go on a date, it's because you want to date a man. Not the car. Don't get it. Okay.
And after watching this clip, I can understand why so many American men are leaving their country to find a good wife elsewhere. At this point, your chances of finding a traditional woman in the United States are close to zero.
That is a problem. That is a problem. If girls are like this nowadays, where are we heading? What is happening? It's scary. No way. It's far too materialistic. Anyways, let's continue. This is interesting.
This is how I went down the rabbit hole that is passport bros. If you don't know what I'm talking about, basically it's a movement of Western men going to places like Brazil, Thailand, or Eastern Europe to find a woman they can marry without worrying about her loving their wallet more than them.
With such an attitude of the girl that you saw before, there's no wonder why men would run and go somewhere else, because they seem to have a very high expectation. I don't understand. They seem to, instead of looking at the person's character value, they seem to put more emphasis on the car. But why?
And that sounds like a really smart thing if you ask me. But I wouldn't be making this video if it was all that simple. Because Western women are now unhappy and are doing anything they can to shame those men for the most ridiculous reasons.
That's it. That is it. Why would you shame a man? A man that is going to be there to help you, to be your companion. Why? I don't understand it. So, obviously, if I would be, it's like, I would run if such is the case. Oh my goodness.
When you pay attention to the passport bros, like they're getting women from like the DR, Colombia,
Yes.
The Philippines, Thailand, like women that can speak very little English, women that don't have education, women that
need them. Women that need them.
Women are raised to be wives. They learn everything
in these other communities,
from birth, from their father, from their mother, how to be a wife and how to support your man.
Okay, I agree with him. Having a good wife does not necessarily mean that she has to speak perfect English. Yeah? Mind you, doesn't mean that because somebody is outside the States, like this woman is saying, that they are uneducated. Come on. Really? Try to be serious. Go out, I mean, hello. No. It's just, no. The guy said a woman that is being, trained to become a good wife from a young age. It's very true. I don't know if that is the case now, still in the States, because it doesn't look like that's it. Mind you, I must say, there are some families that still value traditional way of, bringing up their children in the state. I know, because I have an experience meeting and knowing people like that. Me as a person, I cannot generalize that everybody in the States like that. They seem to be, these women seem to have a warped kind of understanding of what it is to be a traditional woman. You know, they see them, I have already made a comment and reaction on this video, but I will repeat again. Needing a man does not necessarily mean that you're like a little puppy, that when somebody says to you, do this, and then you say, woof, and you say, you sit down and you say, without saying anything. That's not it. Whether we like it or not, a man needs a wife, and a woman needs a man. That they can walk together to build their future together. There's no such thing as not needing each other. No, everybody needs everybody.
Women that need them.
It's not even women that need them. It's women that treat them with respect.
Sir, hello, yeah, okay. My goodness, you want to be a happy person? You want to be a good, you know, a comfortable in your life as a wife? My goodness, look after your husband. Seriously, you know, treat him well. Cook for him. Okay, put him on a pedestal and try to support him and say, darling, I will be here for you, and no matter what happened, I know that our relationship is not going to be, you know, easy, because it can be bumpy, but we can put this together on the side and let's walk together and let's support each other. I tell you, at the end of the day, you're not only making your husband happy, you are encouraging your husband to provide more for you so that you will have a good life and be happy. Seriously, I'm not kidding.
So we don't.
Y'all know y'all don't.
Stop yourself.
That's not true.
It's shocking that these women think that women outside the United States are uneducated, and these men are somehow looking for someone to oppress and exploit.
Excuse me. Uneducated. What is education? I mean, you go to school, you learn to read and write, you know arithmetic. Yes. Not everybody that are outside have the opportunity to go to school, but there is value that you can learn from your parents. It doesn't mean that because you are poor that your parents cannot teach you value to be a good wife. That is what's missing. It's not about education. Seriously, of course we need education. We need to know how to read and write. But that doesn't mean that because they are outside your jurisdiction, so-called, that they are uneducated. It doesn't work like that. Everybody has a chance to be educated, whether it is, you know, everything is by education. You are being educated, whether it's for good or for bad. It's all education. Put it that way. All across the board. Whether you go to school or you don't go to school. At the end of the day, it is the value that you learn from your parents at a young age that will help you to build a good attitude, to have a good heart, to be a good wife, and call it traditional. But at the end of the day, yeah, I'm yapping, sorry.
While the truth is that many women in the West are not good wives.
No, with such attitude, did you see that woman? I cannot even call her a lady, because a lady is somebody that is not contentious. A lady is somebody that is composed. A lady that is quiet, has a quiet spirit. The women can be loud, yes. Trust me, even a traditional woman can be loud. You know, it can be boisterous and loud, yes. But at the end of the day, I will say it boils down to the heart. It boils down to the value. What is your core value? Which one do you value most? Character? Integrity? Honesty? Yeah? Loyalty? Or money? Which of these two would you choose? Serious.
Men don't look for masculine traits. Men don't want to come home after a long day at work to a woman that is a pain in the ass to be around.
I so agree to that. You know, we women, whether you are a woman across the board, make mistake. Yes, there is no perfect woman in this universe. No, no one. Whether you are from, from the West or from Asia, woman is woman. We all make mistake. But at the end of the day, just like she said, if you come home to a house, it's a house. It's not a home, because a home is quiet. It's full of happiness. Even with this problem, it's a home where there is value. Yeah, value that that is being taught to the children and to everybody. That everybody have a role within. But if you go home to a house as a husband to a contentious woman, I tell you something. It's scary, because that's the most. I feel sorry for a man to come home to a wife that nags a lot, that's not there to protect him, to cook for him, to make sure that the house is orderly. I am so sorry for a man, and I can understand why this passport bro guys would run and go find somewhere some women somewhere else at a tradition. I can understand that, because if that is the kind of people, women that you meet and you marry, scary.
A man will happily support you and work hard to make not only his life better, but also yours.
It's very true. When you are starting your life together as young people, yeah, because that's the way it is. You marry young, and and then you build a family together. Everybody have a role to play. So the husband will go out to go find the money to build a family, and the wife should be at home to look after children if they have children, and if they don't have children, the wife is there to look after the home, making sure everything is orderly. And and when the man comes home from work heavy and hard, and has a good supportive wife, I tell you, it helps them. It gives them energy to do more. Really, seriously. Even if the husband has a lot of problem, because at work there's always problem. And then you come back home, and then you see your wife to be happy and all stares. Hi, darling, how are you? Is everything fine? What's wrong at work? Oh, let's talk about it. Oh, and then you as a wife is a good listener. Trust me. Your husband will provide more. And at the end, it's no surprise that you see a lot of wealthy men have a good wife. Really, it's not by accident. You ask any successful man, not all across the board, but any successful man out there, and the first thing that they'll say to you, I have a good wife.
Someone convinced women that being a good wife and raising children is somehow a form of oppression, while working some boring job for a boss that can replace you the second you aren't needed is empowering.
There is the problem there. How can you say you are empowered because you're independent, and yet at the same time you are actually submitting to your boss? You cannot submit to your husband, you cannot respect your husband, yet you can respect your boss. It doesn't make sense. I guess maybe you respect your boss because, again, it's the money that you earn, that if you don't respect, you'll get sacked, and then you're fired, and then what next? Why is it that you cannot do that at home? I don't understand it. If a woman can do that to the workplace, I'm sure she could do the same at home if she is a housewife. But no, we take it for granted. You know why? Because being a housewife is something that maybe some people think it's easy, that you are not valued. Boy, at the end of the day, my goodness, being a housewife it's such an honorable position. If if you are there to support your husband. I'm saying this not because I'm perfect. No, because I'm not a good housewife. For 100% good housewife, I also have my flaw. But at the end of the day, where exactly is your heart? I can understand, really serious, I can understand why men are running away. Seriously.
Ladies, you were lied to. It's great that you are a strong and independent woman, but that's not something men are looking for when searching for a wife.
No. Independent. What is independent? Yeah? A wife that goes out to work is okay. If there is a mutual agreement between the two of them, yes, I agree. But to be independent in the sense that you are going to be the boss of the house and you're equal to your husband and you have to do this and you have to make sure that what is independence? I don't know. It's for me. I understand that there are women that are career women. Yes, I understand that. There's nothing wrong with that. But do you know that you can be a good housewife and a career woman at the same time? Yeah, you can. It's not impossible. But if your husband says, "Oh, I think it's about time, you stay home, look after our children, because now, we're going to build a family." Yes, why not? Why not stay home and help your husband? I think the problem nowadays with us is that we are so focused on our financial future. How much money I can get so that my lifestyle is going to be maintained. I think that is the problem nowadays.
Let's say he just started his own business, but he makes $45,000 a year. Would you date him? You wouldn't be able to afford my engagement ring. You make.
Oh my God! This woman. I'm sorry. Here, this one. This. Where is my hand? Yeah, that one. This. Here. Okay. She does not like a man that earns 45,000 a year. Why not? Why not? I don't get it. Why not? Let's continue.
$45,000 a year. It would take you 4 years. No, 8 years to afford. But how much? I don't know anything about rings. How much is that? About $200,000.
And guess what? She's asking $200,000 for a ring. Doesn't she realize that amount of money she can use that as a capital to start a business and double it and get interest with it? What are you going to do with the $200,000 that are going to sit on your your finger and nobody cares? No one cares. Even if you have $1 million ring on your hand, nobody cares. Really? Seriously? Something's warped there. Something's wrong.
Girl, you want a $200,000? Are you insane?
See, she said exactly the same. Are you insane? This is something. It's insane. Who in this world, a young man who just gotten himself a job, yeah, can earn this amount of money to buy her that amount of engagement ring without going into debt? Whoa! It's crazy unless this guy is 1%, and come from a wealthy family or have a very, very successful business at a young age. Yeah, it's so few. Not all men are like that. So why? And if she wants to have that kind of engagement ring, $200,000, well, then might as well marry an 80-year-old rich man, which, by the way, is very rare to find because maybe they also have their own wives that supported them all these years. Hello? Seriously? She's not so delusional. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh!
My ring has to sparkle from across the street. Like, you have to do that shit. It's gonna blind people. But, like,
serious? Does it blind people if you have $200,000 ring? No. No, nobody will notice a stone, and nobody will notice how much it costs unless you want to say to the whole world, "Look at me, 200. My goodness, no way." No, I'm saying that, yeah, because it's insane. I'm not saying that, oh my goodness, maybe some of you guys will say, oh, I'm just jealous. No, seriously. No. Really? You got to be realistic. Seriously. Oh my goodness. What did
I'm
she
not
say?
a regular girl.
What? She says that she deserves that because she is not a regular girl. She's not a regular girl. Look, is she so pretty? And what can she bring on the table? Seriously. Can she be a good what has she proved so far to deserve $200,000 worth of engagement ring? And for her to say that she's not a regular girl, I got I don't know, I have no words to say. I am so shocked. And just like the lady, I think her name is Pearl, she is right when she said she's insane.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
She really thinks that she's not just a regular girl. Ask any man to rate her on a scale from 1 to 10 based on looks and personality, and her score will be between 2 and 3.
There you go. Not my word. This the commentator's voice, said. But it's true. My goodness. Look, you know what? It's not about the looks. It's not about the looks. Can you imagine? $200,000. $200,000. Do you know what you can make with that amount of money instead of buying a ring that is going to sit there and just doing nothing? You can use this money to start your life together, build a business, and or invest it somewhere where it will earn you interest. Seriously. And if you have no debts and you have this amount of money to invest and you work together for your future, trust me, when you're old, like 60, 70-year-old, you will have some nice nest egg that you can say to yourself, wow, we can now live nice and enjoy life, and we can go to restaurant, we can go on holiday, and maybe, I tell you, maybe your husband will buy you $200,000 ring. But no, because if you are so used to working hard to build your life together to a point where you can become financially independent and you can be happy, trust me, you will value your engagement ring that's worth 80 euros because now you can see where you came from and where you are right now. Yes, but to say to yourself, I need that because I'm not a regular girl, there is something wrong. Something wrong. Please. I'm sorry. I'm not angry. I'm just confused.
Not higher than that. It's great to be confident, but this is not confidence. This is delusion.
That is it. It's delusion. Why? Why? Now I don't understand. Now why men go outside and find themselves content women? You see, you have to be content. You have to be contented with what you have right now, where you start. Because life is not like you have a tree, But these women, they want tree and fruit without planting the roots. That is the problem. Everything starts from a seed. So you put it and plant it and water it and observe it grow and make sure you nurture it. It's the same thing, but don't expect to have the tree without having the roots. It doesn't make sense.
She really thinks that any man would buy her a $200,000 engagement ring.
If I were a man, I say, no thank you, dear. Find somewhere else stupid enough to buy you that kind of ring. Because I tell you what, no. Tell me what you can give on the table. Maybe I will consider. Maybe. But I tell you what, if I were a man, I will not even consider. I just simply say, no! No, thank you!
Girl, you are not worth that, period. And even if you find a man stupid enough to pay 200 grand for a stone glued to a piece of metal, That man could have invested that money into anything and get a better return on investment.
That's precisely what I said. Precisely what I said. Return on investment. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You know, I tell you, no, I don't know. It's weird.
Dropping that amount of money on jewelry is insane. In this case, she has no chance of finding a man like that.
No. Just like I said, no way, Jose. No.
A man with that much money to waste on a ring can marry a model.
And even that, you know. Yeah, of course, yeah. Looking at that, a model, yes.
So why would he go for the most basic-looking Tanisha with the personality of a bag of Doritos?
I'm sorry. She's right with what she say. You know, I mean, for her to say, so confidently saying that I am not a regular girl, there is something wrong there. It's a lack of humility. I am sorry. Oh, man.
I will never date American women ever again. I've traveled to South America. I've been to Colombia. Now I'm in Brazil.
First of all, I think we can agree that this is an above-average looking man.
Yeah, of course, he's handsome. My goodness, why not? He's a good-looking man. But why is it that he's going away and find himself, not find, but looking, searching for his, for a woman that is right for him? He can stay in the States. He can stay there and find there are good-looking women. Trust me, yeah. But obviously, he cannot find somebody. That is so sad.
Maybe not a 10 out of 10, maybe not even an 8, but above 6 for sure.
Yes.
When men like him have to leave the country because all the women they can find are going for the top 0.001%, who have yachts and millions of dollars in their bank. You know that the average and below average men are struggling.
I agree. My son will have no chance to find a woman or a wife if he is surrounded with this kind of characters, with personalities, who only want, I mean, if every woman are only aiming for the 1%, I'm sorry, that's it. But I have hope because I know and I believe there are still women out there, regardless of race, wherever they come from, whether you're from the States, from Europe, from Asia, there are still women that have traditional value. Trust me, I know. Let's continue.
I've noticed that the women here are a lot more traditional than the United States. Let me tell you, I've lived in Miami for over 2 years, and it's very flashy there. A lot of the women believe in this independent, I don't need no man mentality.
Okay. I don't need no man mentality. Okay? So, if you think about it, is the family name from a man? And if they say, no, I'm gonna change my family name to my maiden family name, say, yeah? But that maiden's family name is still from a man. Seriously. And if you say, if me as a woman, as an independent woman who believe in, you know, being equal to a man, anything that I have here around me, the chair, the table, the autobahn where I drive, these are all made by men. Now let me tell you something. Where can you find a thing that have been built that is built by a woman? Where? I can't find. I can build a house, maybe. You know, maybe I can draw. I can be an architect. Yes, I can design. Yes, there's nothing wrong with that. But a woman that go out there and take a hammer, very rare. There are some, but so rare. Because everything that surrounds you, the house you live in, the roof over your head, everything almost are made by men. So don't tell me that you don't need a man mentality, because you do need a man. And I tell you something, as a woman, if such mentality you have, I must say, reach the age of 35. It's okay if you're young. If you're 20, you can play around and then manipulate men and say, I don't like this, I don't like to do that, I don't like to do that. But trust me, when you reach the age of 30, 35, 40, oh boy, correct me if I'm wrong here, you will be the loneliest woman around, because now you will have to compete with younger women. Because I tell you what, there are women also that growing up, and I hope that they'll see the situation that if they really need a good man, that they have to behave they have to learn what it is to be a traditional woman, to find themselves a man. Because I tell you, this is so sad. So there you go. So when this guy said that he will never date anyone because of such mentality, I can understand him. And yeah, so what you think, guys? Well, this is such an interesting reaction video on this video. And so, well, I think I have come to a point where I have to say goodbye. Until next time, thank you, and please leave a comment. Again, disclaimer, I don't want to come across as judgmental. Everybody has a choice, and every choice that we make, there's always an equivalent consequence. So which choice you want. So anyways, cheers guys! Until next time, Angie here, signing out. Bye!